So why don't we talk?
How are you? It's been ages.
Good. It's been a year anyway, I think.
It's been a
hasn't
year,
it?
yeah. That's ages in our industry,
That's
I
a
guess.
long time. That's a long time. So, hi.
Hi,
I'm Kip Twitchell.
I am Tata Rao.
Tata is my good friend and colleague for many years, working in the same space we're talking about here on this Conversations with Kip, and we're in Chicago today, one of the suburbs. Thought it would be good for us to have a conversation about the work Tata does, which is serious work.
Yes, it is. It definitely is. It's good to see you in Chicago, and I think everybody should know that by the time I used to live in Texas, in Austin,
That's right.
and he used to live in Chicago, and then by some
Yeah.
chance of fate,
Fluke of-
he ended up going to Dallas, and I moved to Chicago. So we
Chicago.
just were like two ships passing in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
so.
that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, we've been working together now for what, like 15, 20, 15 years?
More than 15.
Yeah. So we have the same stuff, financial systems, and I'm an avid follower of the blog, the video blog, Vlog, and of your book, The Balancing Act. So it's definitely been good following up with what's been going on and the systems that you've helped build, which I am still supporting.
Well, so that's where I went. Tata works for a major financial institution, worldwide financial institution, and he is responsible. I thought this morning, as I was thinking about what we would record, he's responsible for what, in my estimation, might be the largest financial system in the world, for making it run. As I kind of thought about our conversation, I went back to one of my earlier videos, the daily financial cycle. And I thought, yeah, I'm not sure there's anybody that's much more of an expert on the daily financial cycle than
Yep.
than you are.
Sad to say that, but yeah, I live it every day. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the demands of it are very real. I mean,
Very
you got to
real.
have the production environment has to work every day.
every day, 24/7, and this is truly mission critical, as they call it.
So tell me more about that. Tell no, I mean, you're really
Yeah,
a
yeah.
worldwide expert on this. I mean, what's the
Yeah. So the reason I laughed there is this: it's hitting home. I'm just coming in after about a 48-hour stint without any sleep. That's why I'm a bit unshaven here. I've had a shower though, but yeah, I've been supporting the system, the beast, which truly I do think is probably one of the largest systems that is out there. So it is a financial system. A lot of the stuff that Kip talks about in the vlog, where the arrangement detail and the general ledger detail need to be reconciled on a daily basis is what the essence of the platform is, and that reconciliation is something that we take very, very seriously. It has to reconcile on a daily basis. It has to process on a daily basis, and even over weekends, actually, because some of the source systems send us data, and in some places exchange rates actually move even on Saturdays. So all of these have to be taken into account. The daily cycle, it pretty much starts with a what we call a reference data publish and subscribe. That's all the control values for your accounts, your cost centers, your business units. All of these need to be published. Then the system pretty much takes the source system back office system data. So
so the reference data publish happens at the close of business, basically.
Basically,
like when
yeah.
business users are done making their updates for any
Correct.
of the rules, then the system can begin.
Yep.
But the transactional systems aren't ready to give you data yet. So
Correct.
you've got quite a gap there between the reference data publish and the transactional system release.
Yeah, a good way to think about it is one of the key elements of the reference data is exchange rates that we get from the markets, and that is only available after 5 p.m. in most markets when the markets close. So Bloomberg or Reuters are going to send us that data. We get that because exchange rates is extremely important for us to do financial processes like revaluation and translation, conversion, etc. So we get that around about 8 p.m. Over in the system. But as Kip said, the actual back office system. So we're talking about transactions coming in from retail systems, so deposit systems, or treasury systems, securities, etc. Anything that a financial institution does, or insurance company or a bank would do, all of that back office stuff comes in. goes through an accounting rules engine. I'm sure you've seen a lot of that in the vlog, which basically standardizes and really creates credits and debits, uh, and uses the reference data really to standardize those credits and debits, post them to the arrangement ledger, which is at the most detailed level. So it would have like Kip Twitchell's account, and if he's withdrawn $10, he will get a transaction for that, and then it summarizes it up to the general ledger level and posts it. And this has to happen. Normally, we're talking about 15 million, 20 million transactions a day. We're talking about a history of about 10 to 12 billion rows that you have to revalue in terms of history. And all of this has to be done in about 4 hours of critical path time. So we get that done. The books close. So we're closing, soft closing every day. We're closing and doing interim close and such. And all of the financial control reports are there, meaning the income statements, balance sheet, on the desk of the CFO at 7 in the morning with their first cup of coffee. And if that's not there, this BlackBerry gets running. So that's pretty much the day. But yeah, from 7 a.m. till 5 p.m., there's actually something called intradays that run. So they look at the reports, they don't like something, they actually adjust the data. So the adjustments that come in, they run all through the day. And then we've got a lot of heavy duty extracts that come out, which basically do a lot of mapping and from one chart of accounts to another.
Yep.
So that's what it's like.
Yeah. So and when you say 4 hours there, I think if you begin this sort of system and you think you're going to build it to go in 4 hours, you're going to end up disappointed.
This is true.
Because you will find things take longer than you expect them to take.
Yeah.
So you better be thinking on the order of an hour and a half to 2 hours, because you better give yourself some backup and recovery time in case something goes wrong, that you can react. So don't think you've got 4 hours. Target, you set your mind to an hour, and then when it's an hour and a half, then you're going to be in the okay range. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right. And when you're talking about volume and you're talking about an hour, 2 hour in that range, think in memory, think reduce I/O. So those are the standard techniques that you want to think about. And the other aspect of the operational part of a daily system is what happens if the system is down for a day or 2 or 3. Then you get into something called the catch-up mode, which is you have to go back and process every single day until you get caught up and you're processing the current day's data. So that is one of our operational challenges, and truly a nightmare to make sure that all of this is running. And we've got, I'm responsible for about 4 systems worldwide, so time zones really start blending in very, very quickly when this happens. So a key aspect of this, though, in the operation cycle is when we initially started looking at this, we thought we could do this on one global system for the world. Very quickly we found that the operational nature and the tight windows were much more suited for it to be regionally deployed systems as opposed to having one global system. Although there is still value to think about one global one that consolidates everything from the regional systems.
Yeah, because you have to present those reports, have to be consolidated and show an enterprise view, no matter where the enterprise is at.